Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to do my best here to kind of show you what is going on in Ixl for our new stuff. So if we work our way down here to the U group of skills, so we're going to dive into systems of linear equations. And we want this one, U2, solve a system by graphing. So this is why we've done all this graphing practice. So I'm going to dive into this and I'll show you a few of them. What's interesting about being on the teacher side is I get to see same stuff you guys do, but I'll show you one other trick. So solving a system of equations by graphing means that we're not just concerned with one equation, but multiple equations. So a system, a series. Right now we're just going to focus on two. So we're looking for the solution to those two equations. And one of our techniques to do that is to use graphing. So I'm going to start with both of these. In fact, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so we can get all of it on the screen. So equation 1, y equals negative 2x plus 3. So that's in slope-intercept form. Y equals negative x, also in slope-intercept form, though it may not look like it at the moment. And you notice down at the bottom, which would be the same on the app. I've done both. I just tested it out on the iPad. You'll see these two buttons you can toggle between. So you can graph the first equation up here by using this, and it does that by default. The first one is the first one that you graph. So just like you've done on the other ones, I want to go to a y-intercept of positive 3. So I'm going to go up 3 units and click or tap. And then from there, you can kind of see the line as you bend. If you're on the app, you don't get to see that because you can't really hover. So that's kind of the advantage of being on a PC or a Mac, whatever. But from here, I just need my slope. So I need to go down 2 units and over 1. And then once I click again, the line engages. Now to graph the other line, I do need to touch the orange button. So now it's going to activate an orange point and an orange line. So I don't necessarily want to be over there, turn that off. Okay, but I'm going to graph this other line as well. So y equals negative x plus 0. So it's not there, but it does have an origin y-intercept, right? Because plus 0 is not necessary. So here's my line. It's going all over the place. I can do with it whatever I want. And I need a negative 1 slope. So down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. Okay, it doesn't matter where I put that other point, right? I can take it away. So I could have went up and left, same thing. So I'm going to have these two lines. I've got the blue line and the orange line. And the solution, right? The solution to this system, okay, is a shared point that would satisfy both. So if we made a table and we're looking for a point that would be in equation 1's table and in equation 2's table, right? If we made a good old-fashioned T-chart, what would that point be? Well, rather than make a table and come up with a bunch of inputs and try to come up with a bunch of outputs and just cross our fingers and hope that we would come across a common point, here's a little more efficient method. So I'm looking for where they run into each other, right? That would be a common point. So again, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so we can see that a little better, right? And so quick to observe that the lines collide right there. Okay, so this point of collision is the solution to the system. They share a common point right here at 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So positive 3, comma, negative 3 is our solution. And we'll see what kind of adjective they give me. Am I amazing? Am I awesome? Am I brilliant? Am I fantastic? I'm awesome. Okay, so there's one of them, right? We'll do another one. This one will go a little faster. So equation 1, blue line, y equals x plus 1. So a plus 1 y-intercept, 1-to-1 slope, like that. Next one, positive 6 y-intercept. Make sure you click because otherwise it'll just change the blue line. So I got to turn on the other color. I think in this case it's kind of an orangey yellow. So positive 6, I'm up here. Negative slope, down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Looks like that's pretty obvious. So there's our solution. Remember, it's got to be in ordered pair. So 1, 2, 1, comma, positive 2, hit enter. I did a great job. One more time, positive 2 is our y-intercept, down 1 over 1, so there's our gray, blue, purple line, however you see that. Depends on the glare. And then if I click the other one, so it's green, start at -1 y-intercept, and it's a -2 slope, so down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. Okay, so ends up our point of intersection doesn't exist here in quadrant 3 like you might think, or quadrant 4, excuse me. We're going to back up to up here, right, into quadrant 2. So don't be tricked, right? Not everything lands in the same spot, right? It just depends on the slope and the y-intercept and kind of the way the line is trending. So our point of intersection, our solution would be -1, -2, -3, -3, +5, -3, +5. Great job. Okay. One of the things that I get to do now is, you notice over here it says teacher preview. I can jump ahead a level to show you kind of what the harder stuff looks like. So our graphing practice from today kind of plays in here. So I've got two lines again. Y equals -x minus 4. So I'm going to do that one first. Down 4, and then a -1 to 1 slope there. And then we've got y equals 1. So remember what that does. That is a line that would have a 0x, right? 0x plus 1. So it has a y-intercept for sure at +1 there. And then what's the slope? So if it's a 0 slope, it would have no rise, but all run. So I can put this point wherever I want to, like that, right? So y equals our horizontal lines. X equals, of course, would be vertical lines. So our point of intersection, again, over here in quadrant 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -5, +1, and did a good job there. So I'm going to jump ahead another level, maybe 2 levels, and see what happens. You'll notice here equation 1, okay, not in slope-intercept form, so you'll have to do some manipulating. Equation 2 is another horizontal line, so change that. Or, remember, back to equation 1, that's in standard form. That is x minus 2y equals -6. So scratching out maybe a quick table, right, an intercept table where if x is 0, so if I cover up x and it's gone, y would equal +3. So I'd have a y-intercept of +3. And then if I did the opposite of that and covered up this minus 2y, x would equal -6. So my x-intercept would be there. So there's that line. And then y equals +4 would look like that. So our point of intersection would be 2, 4, 2, 4. And again, I am excellent. Should be. Progress a little more. So now challenge zone. We'll see what happens. Already got to jump up to 90. It's a cool hack I've got. You don't get that. So again, we're here. Now we're looking at two equations that are in standard form. Okay. Quick table, probably a easy way to solve. Could certainly manipulate into slope-intercept. It's up to you. So if I did a quick table, again, mentally for the first one, that would be an x-intercept of +4 and a y-intercept of +2. So that would look like that. Make sure you click the other line. Quick table for this, an x-intercept of +9, so it's way over cha. And remember, you're going to divide by -3, right? That coefficient there is -3, so your y-intercept would also be -3. 9 divided by -3 would be -3. So here, +6, -1. And got it right. Let's see what happens if I miss one. So, not that I've been showing off, but just trying to show you everything you might run into. I'm going to graph line 2 first because it's slope-intercept. So there's 1, and then a 1 to 2 slope would look like that. And then equation 1, purple line, with a quick table would be an x-intercept of -6 and a y-intercept of what, -3. So we're there. Okay, so our solution, right, to the system looks like it's here, -4, -1. But let's say I put -5, -1 on accident. Sorry, incorrect. Okay, so The solution is -4, -1, like we said. When you scroll down, it says graph, right? So it shows you the problem. Your graph should have looked like that. Okay. The first equation gives you some insight on how to do that. So again, like we said, find your intercepts. So -6, 0, 0, -3, should have done that, which we actually did. We did it right. Second equation is the slope intercept, so do that. And then again, find that. So it got it. Move on to one more. Last one here, +1, down 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a pretty shallow line. Y equals 2. Unfortunately, we haven't seen any x equals, just y equals. So if y equals 2, we get a line like that. Our solution would come out left 6, up 2, so -6, 2. And again, apparently I'm super at this skill. However, did knock me back quite a bit, so that kind of hurt. But I'm only eight problems in. Okay, don't try to totally run yourself into the ground working on these. But best of luck. If you come across something that's kind of tricky, don't panic. I am going to give you a couple skills. Okay, I really want you to try U3 and see how that goes. But right now U2 is kind of the important one. So I'm going to assign both U2 and U3. But your due date's not until the end of the weekend. So if you need some extra time to kind of work on these and make sure you're feeling solid and get a good SMART score, then you've got that. So this will post Thursday morning, 12:01, and then not due until Sunday. So you've got some extra time. All right. Thanks, guys. See you later.